Welcome to the Waylon perspective. Please like and press that subscribe button. I appreciate it very much. This is my reaction to Sweetnotes, performing Changes in My Life, originally by Sherman. Let's commence. Ladies and gentlemen, that intro sounded so awesome. It's just a way back flavor coming through with that one, ladies and gentlemen. Sweetnotes once again. If you don't know this couple, if you don't know this duo, you better get to know them, ladies and gentlemen. Check out my other reactions on my channel. Check out the playlist. I've been reacting to Sweetnotes for a while. Jeffrey and Charlotte May Bucktong. Absolutely awesome duo, ladies and gentlemen. A couple that performs wonderful old school music every single time. They do it so wonderfully, ladies and gentlemen. So talented, and they're going to do another one here. The song is called Changes in My Life. Doesn't ring a bell to me. I'm also not familiar with the artist Sherman, but you know how it goes with old school music. Sometimes I might not know, the official details, but then the song starts going and boom, I remember it. We'll see as they go along with this one. Sweetnotes. Share that brilliant musical talent that you have with us. Let's go.
Song from Sherman. I was not so happy being lonely, living without you. So I prayed so hard for your love. In my heart I needed you. Then I look up in the sky, and you're thinking, oh why? These are all the many changes in my life.
Jeffrey Bucktong on the vocals, ladies and gentlemen. Dude can sing. Dude can play the guitar. Dude can do the sequencing. Dude is a musician. Dude is awesome, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely. And Charlotte May, she's standing by. She's definitely going to add her vocals to this. But, as it goes with Sweetnotes, sometimes Charlotte just does backing vocals, and it's, BJ or Jeffrey's solo performance. Sometimes she's the one with the lead vocal line and he's just doing backing. But a lot of the times it's duet vibes, and it's just awesome stuff, ladies and gentlemen. They're both awesome singers. And this track not ringing a bell yet, but I will let you know if it does. Let's continue.
After all the carries and the laughter, no one is like you. Are you not a preacher with a someone who's so in love with you? Is to live without your love, it's like a sun that's above. It's the magic of the changes in my life. And I'll never forget your love.
Charlotte joining in on that chorus, ladies and gentlemen. Just sounding awesome. It's just Sweetnotes, ladies and gentlemen, putting you in that old school time machine and just doing it wonderfully, ladies and gentlemen. They sound so awesome. All the time, every time. They just make it work, whatever they take on, ladies and gentlemen. This vibe they're creating here, it's awesome. Nah, I don't know this one. Definitely not. I didn't hear this one. This one slipped through the net back in the day, ladies and gentlemen, but it sounds cool though. I will admit that. And of course, the Buckton couple, just, ladies and gentlemen, just being awesome.
Listen to this verse, I wanna give you all of this so true. Don't forget I love you and I need you, will always be with you. So just look up in the sky and you'll find a while, oh wow. These are all many changes in my life. Your love, you and I were meant to be, sweet as rain falling from the sky. You and I, these are all many changes. These are all many changes. These are all many changes in my life.
Shout out to Charlotte for that vocalization in the background, just as a bit of backing vocal. Awesome stuff, ladies and gentlemen. The jam is just, it's moving oh so smoothly. It's wonderful stuff by Sweetnotes once again. Changes in My Life is a song by Mark Sherman, released on his 1986 album A New Balance. Awesome vibes once again by Sweetnotes. Just sweet music all the way through, ladies and gentlemen, as always. I gotta be honest with you, as that song was playing out, the 80s vibe was definitely quite clear to me. But I wasn't gonna be presumptuous, because I didn't know the track. I didn't, at any point feel that I, remembered the track or anything like that. So I wasn't going to go like, oh, this is definitely the 80s. Because sometimes one can be wrong and it could be a 70s track or a 90s track. You don't know. But we've confirmed now. This jam is from the 80s, ladies and gentlemen. Awesome decade. And Sweetnotes, taking on the 80s vibes. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, it just fits. It just fits so wonderfully. They always do it magnificently for yours truly. These performances of these old school jams, it always works so fantastically. The couple just know what they're doing, ladies and gentlemen. They go back and they grab the feeling. Well, no, actually, they don't go anywhere. They're right there on stage, but they grab that feeling of that old school song and they bring it into the modern day so wonderfully, ladies and gentlemen. And I will always appreciate and enjoy that kind of thing. This couple, ladies and gentlemen, they are super talented, and they just showed once again with this old school jam that they just know how to make awesome music. And that is something that's not going to change, ladies and gentlemen. Their ability to make awesome music, that is not changing in their lives. They're going to continue to do this wonderfully for as long as they possibly can. And they're going to continue to be absolutely awesome every single time they perform. Sweetnotes, you rocked another one. That was splendid. Sweetnotes always give us awesome music. Don't stop, Bakdong couple. Just keep going.